Good start. Well, so this is the story of Larry's great adventure in Hawaii. Um, it will be several installments, several opportunities to reflect, and Philip is documenting it with video, which of course is understandable and to be expected because we are video freaks, right? We like video, we like to use video, we like to work with video, we like to sell video, we like to promote video because it's so personal and it gives an opportunity to connect personally with people who will watch. And I'm, in a way, it's really a joy for me to bring you into my adventure in this way. I really don't know what I'm going to say. I'm just out here blabbering. This is our deck, and behind me you will see stretching out in the distance the ocean and the Honolulu harbor and the city of Honolulu. We're on Kalihi Valley, which stretches from the mountains down to Honolulu, and it really is a very lovely valley. We went up on the other side of the valley, up a ridge, on Tuesday, my first Tuesday here, and I had a little accident, and it's kind of laid me up for a while, but I've been healing beautifully, and I'm so interested because it's almost as though I've arrived in Honolulu a second time. That now that I'm healed, I'm ready to do some external things. But the first 2 to 3 weeks have really put me on an internal mode, where I've been reflecting on what it is that is happening inside me, in the world. We've been watching crazy news that seems to come out every hour almost, and to make sense of it. And it's not so important anymore to make sense of it, I guess, because there's no real cure or solution in the immediacy that we can pursue. There are solutions, but they are such major systemic solutions in my mind that they require a great deal of time and a great mobilization of persons. I want to introduce you to Philip. Philip, would you come stand in front of the camera with me? Not there.
I would have dressed if I'd known you were coming.
Philip and I were friends probably in grade school, in the 6th grade, and we knew each other at least. And we grew up together in Prairie Village area, Kansas City suburbs. Went to high school together, Shawnee Mission East High School, and I just wrote to some people on Facebook that Philip and I are having our 50th year Shawnee Mission East High School reunion on Oahu. So, anybody want to come join us?
Our Golden Jubilee.
Our Golden Jubilee. It has been it's so much fun to rekindle that relationship and rekindle a brotherly love with Philip, and he has been just an incredible caregiver for me as I've gone through this rehabilitation with my knee. He had his own bout of near-death experience, it seems, here, and we're both grateful for the medical community here in Honolulu. So what's going on inside? Well, it's kind of interesting for me. There's internally, and I'm an external person, so I'm usually very interested in what's going on outside, but internally, I've been aware that one of the things that I'm experiencing is dislocation. And dislocation is always a great opportunity, but it's not often seen that way. And by dislocation, I mean that everything around me is not familiar anymore. I have no mental map of the area, although I'm beginning to develop it after three weeks of travel on the bus. The street names that people roll off their tongues so quickly, like Unahananunua. I have no ear to hear those very well yet. I don't know where they're located. They're different parts of the island that people know and they talk about them in terms of location as their locations. But I'm totally dislocated, which means that I'm outside of the familiar, and I'm outside of the family familiar area that I've lived in and experienced for so many years in Denver. But what that does is attune me in some ways to be more alert and more aware of what's available in life. And here you can see part of what I experience here is the real diversity of green. The color green, it's just phenomenal how many colors of green there are here. We've got mountains in Colorado, and I'm used to the mountains, but they're not covered with this kind of green. And so it's a delight to see this foliage and to experience everything that's growing here. This is our side yard. You pan that to the side. This is our side yard off of the deck here, and it's a lovely little yard. Oh, we've got some things growing on this tree. Did you know? I don't know what those are. Those limes? Some limes growing on a tree here. It's wonderful. And but out here in this area, the other night we had 7 pigs, wild pigs. It looked like a mother and some baby pigs. And one of our housemates said, yeah, the pigs get out there and they burrow, or they move with their noses. They move these rocks so that they can burrow down in and get the goobers and the worms and whatever's down underneath there that they feed on. It's just so remarkable to see wild pigs out here. And fascinating. So what would you do if you stepped into a place where nothing was familiar anymore? How would you respond? Would you respond with terror? Would you respond with interest? Questions? Would you respond with delight? For me, it's been delight. It's been a casual experience. This is a time in my life, probably one of the first times in my life that I wake up and I don't have anything to do. I don't have to do anything. And so it's a discovery of what do I want to do, and what will I do that is helpful to me, to my own growth, to the world in which I live. Now, one of the goals, and Philip would certainly want me to share this with you, one of my goals is to get to my ideal weight while I'm here, to get in shape. And that is such a worthy goal, and it really is a blessing to have the assistance of Philip, although I grumble about it occasionally.
I don't recall you grumbling at all,
that's good.
actually.
But
I tune it out, maybe.
he tunes it out.
Whining, I just don't hear.
He's above that all anyway. He really is encouraging and enabling. So that's going to have, of course, ramifications, positive ramifications for so much. One of the other things that I'm really enjoying doing is reading a book called From Aging to Saging, which has to do with the kind of coaching that I like to do. Elders over 50 who in our society are really dislocated in many ways because we step out of the familiar world. We age ourselves out of the roles that we've played. Do you find yourself aging out of the roles that are familiar to you? Father, mother, wife, spouse, caregiver, corporate entrepreneur, individual. We age out of these things and into a world and into a space and experience that we find new. And I maintain that having the company of elders with which to do that and companions with which to share that is really what will enliven our baby boomer experience as elders. Elderhood, I call it. So that's been on my mind. The last thing is that video, remember? We like video. And so we're looking at ways that we might use our video here, our video expertise, to build some business contacts and to create some video opportunity for other people so that they can use this incredible tool that we have internationally to get their message out. So those are the three main things. Other than that, it's to experience and enjoy the beauty that surrounds us. And that I am sometimes occasionally say, how in the hell did I land here? Oahu. Hawaii. But it is Hawai'i. Oh, the last thing I'm going to learn the language. I want to learn Hawaiian language too. And that's a fascinating language. How did this happen? It is a gift. And I wake up every day thinking what a fabulous gift this is. And isn't all of life that fabulous gift of waking up and being aware of what is here and what is within and external. Thanks so much. We're on that journey. Come with me.